Is Light Yagami a Mary Sue? On paper, it almost looks that way. Smart, handsome, top of his class, popular, athletic, calm under pressure. He seems untouchable, but if he were truly flawless, Death Note wouldn't be nearly as gripping as it is. A Mary Sue is a character who's too perfect. No real weaknesses, no tension, no sense that they could ever fail. And audiences usually hate that because it makes the story predictable. We've all seen these characters before. The ones who never lose, who always get praised, who walk through the story without a scratch. They might seem impressive at first, but after a while, there's no reason to care. If nothing can touch them, nothing can surprise us. Although Light seems perfect, he's the exact opposite of a Mary Sue. A truly complex character. What makes him compelling isn't his perfection, it's his contradictions. On the surface, Light is calm, disciplined, charming, almost saint-like. But beneath that mask, he's manipulative, arrogant, and at times even restless. He's brilliant enough to outsmart entire police forces, but proud enough to underestimate his enemies. That arrogance is his fatal flaw. It fuels his rise and guarantees his downfall. Remember the televised L announcement? Light takes the bait instantly, confident that he can kill his rival on the spot. But in that moment, his arrogance exposes him. That flaw doesn't just make him human, it seals his fate. It's a perfect snapshot of his character. His intelligence makes the move possible, but his ego makes it dangerous. One trait propels him forward, the other starts to pull him down. Because in Death Note, every victory Light earns feels sharp and satisfying. Not because he's flawless, but because we can already see the cracks forming. The very traits that make him dangerous are the ones that will destroy him. His brilliance pushes him ahead of everyone else, but his arrogance makes him reckless. His idealism gives him purpose, but his hunger for control warps that purpose beyond recognition. He doesn't wrestle with guilt, he sheds it. And with every name he writes, the line between justice and tyranny fades a little more. In the beginning, he frames his actions as sacrifice, cleaning up society, taking on a burden no one else can. But as the story goes on, it's clear that it's not just about justice anymore. It's about power, and power never feels like enough. That's what makes Death Note so compelling. We're not just watching a genius take on his enemies. We're watching a man lose his humanity, step by step, consumed by the very power he thought he controlled. And that's what separates Light from a flat Mary Sue. Characters don't need to be realistic, they need to feel alive. And Light feels alive because he makes mistakes, twists his own ideals, and carries the weight of an inevitable downfall. That complexity is why we remember him. Light Yagami proves that the strongest characters aren't built on perfection, they're built on contradictions. Even his name reflects it, Light, a symbol of purity and justice. Yet his path is one of manipulation, control, and death. That contrast, light in name, darkness in action, is what makes him unforgettable. And maybe that's the lesson of his story. True strength in characters comes not from their image, but from their fractures. Light looks like perfection, but it's the shadows inside him that make us keep watching. So if you want to create strong characters, don't just pile on good traits. Set strengths against weaknesses, let brilliance clash with arrogance, ideals with obsession, light with darkness. Because in the end, it's not perfection that hooks us. It's the fractures where the character shines through.